Once upon a time, there was a brave boy called Hansel. He had a sweet sister named Gretel. Both of them liked to spend the time with their three friends, Ollie the owl, Oxy the fox, and Andy the reindeer. One day, Hansel and Gretel were sitting at their favorite place in the forest. Suddenly, their friends came running to them and started speaking all together. Is coming with red hat and flute, an old witch. What are you saying? Said Gretel. Calm down, only one of you speak at a time clearly, said Hansel. An old witch with red hat and a flute is coming here, said Ollie the owl. She lures the little children with her music and puts them in her bag, said Oxy the fox. What a wicked witch! Exclaimed Gretel. Aren't both of you afraid of her? Said Andy the reindeer. Go away and hide, suggested Ollie the owl. Don't worry, now you have told me everything clearly through sentences. I have a plan to get rid of the wicked witch, replied Hansel bravely. Students, what is a sentence? A group of words that make a complete sense is called a sentence. It starts with capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark, either full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. Welcome to RJ Learning Fun. Today we are going to understand about this tense, its type, its structure and its part. With red hat and flute, an old witch is coming. Yes, students, these are the group of words that are making some sense but not the complete sense. These type of words are called phrases. So a group of words that make some sense but not complete sense are called phrases. That's why Hansel and Gretel were not able to understand what their friends were trying to say because they were speaking in phrases. Now look at this group of words. An old witch with red hat and flute is coming. Now this is making a complete sense, so we can call it a sentence. And when you write this sentence in your notebook, remember you should start your sentence with an uppercase or a capital letter and end with any punctuation mark. Here it is starting with capital A and ending with full stop. Dear children, in English language, all the sentences that we speak are not of the same type. There are 4 main type of sentences in English language. Look at the example 1. The witch catches the children. Simply stating something. So a sentence which simply says, states or declares something is called declarative sentence. These type of sentences always end with a full stop or period. Aren't you afraid of her? Asking question. Yes, a sentence that asks a question or requires an answer is called interrogative sentence. These type of sentences will always have question mark at their end. What a wicked witch! A sense of wonder. Yes, a sentence which expresses a strong emotion or feeling is called exclamatory sentence. These type of sentences will always have exclamation mark at their end. Go away and hide. A request, a suggestion or an advice. So the sentence which expresses some command, some request or some advice are called imperative sentence. These sentences always end with a full stop, but sometime if we want to express some strong emotion, we can also have exclamation mark in the imperative sentences also. One more thing that you need to remember is that imperative sentence don't have any subject. Yes, as you can see, go away and hide. Who go away? You. So the subject you is always implied, it is not written. So imperative sentence generally start with a verb. Close the door, come here, keep it there. So these are all imperative sentence. They are used to give some command or to make some request. What are parts of a sentence? A sentence has two important parts, subject and predicate. We join subject and predicate to make a sentence. Generally, subject comes in the beginning of a sentence and predicate follows it. But in some cases, we may find subject at the end of a sentence or in the middle of a sentence. We use predicate in the beginning when we want to stress upon the predicate. For example, at the corner of the room is sitting the princess. Here, the princess subject is coming at the end of a sentence. But in imperative sentences, we may find no subject at all. For example, save water, work hard. The subject you is just implied, not written. No predicate is complete without a verb. Verb form an important part of a predicate. Another important part is the object. We may find two types of objects in a predicate, direct object and indirect object. We will know more about this direct and indirect object with the help of examples. Dear children, now we will know about the structure of a sentence, how a sentence is framed. English sentence structure follows the rule of SVO. Now what is this SVO? S subject, V verb and O object. So what will be the word order in a sentence? I thank you. I subject, verb thank and you object. I thank you. The witch is playing flute. Here, what is the subject? Who or what performs the action of the verb is the subject. Here, the witch is performing the action, so the witch is subject. Verb. The verb is the word that expresses what that action is, and the action is playing. So, is playing is verb. Object. Whoever or whatever receives that action is the object. What is being played? Flute is being played. So here, flute is the object. An object can be either noun or pronoun, just like the subject. The difference between a subject and an object is the subject performs the action and object receives the action. For example, Ram eats apple. Here, who is eating? Ram is eating. So Ram is subject. What is being eaten? Apple is being eaten. So apple is the object. Let's see one more example. Now look here, the sentence structure SVO is followed. S subject he gave his teacher an apple. Gave verb, his teacher indirect object and an apple direct object. So how we will differentiate between what is direct object and what is indirect object? Just ask the question what? Gave what? Apple. So apple is the direct object. Gave to whom? His teacher. So his teacher is the indirect object. We can also write this sentence as he gave an apple to his teacher. We are putting direct object before the indirect object. One more example, my mother bought me a gift. My mother, subject, bought, verb, bought what? A gift. A gift, direct object, for whom? Me. So me is indirect object. Dear students, let's complete the story of the Wicked Witch and revise the types of sentences. Sentence number 1. Hansel and Gretel hide behind the tree. Which type of sentence it is? simply saying something, stating something, ending with a full stop. So this is a declarative sentence. Go and get a heavy stone, ordered Hansel to Ollie the owl. A command, an order is given. So these type of sentences are imperative sentence starting directly from the verb. No subject is here. You as a subject is implied but not written. He throws the stone at the witch and her flute falls down. Hansel throws the stone at the witch and her flute falls down. Again, a declaration is made. So these type of sentences are declarative sentence. Who threw the stone at me? Witch cried. So a question is being asked. Question mark is there. So these type of sentences are interrogative. Number 5. Hansel quickly picks up the flute and breaks it into two. Now, can you identify this sentence? Just remember, no question mark is there, no exclamation mark is there, no command is given. So, what is left? Yes, an assertive or declarative. So, this is a declarative sentence. The spell of the witch also goes off with the breaking of the flute. Once again, this sentence is also declarative sentence. Crying loudly, she runs away from there. Yes, tell, which type of sentence? This is also declarative sentence because no question mark, no exclamation mark, no command. Number 8. Brave O Hansel, you overpowered the witch. Yes, Hansel overpowered the witch. So, a strong emotion, a happiness is being shown, and most important, exclamation mark is given. So, this sentence is exclamatory sentence. Dear kids, let's quickly recapitulate what you have just learned. A sentence must start with an uppercase letter, capital letter, end with punctuation, either question mark or exclamation mark or full stop. Have subject, naming part, but in imperative you won't find any subject. Have a verb, action part. Make a complete thought or complete sense. But does your sentence have swag? Yes. It should start with a capital letter. It should be written neatly. It should have proper spacing between the two words. And don't forget to give punctuation mark at the end of your sentence. And last but not the least, do like, comment, subscribe and share my channel because learning is always fun. Thank you. Bye.